Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for GRE. We have been solving GRE math problems out of this book here, the official guide to the revised GRE, the second edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase it immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 239. Please turn to it. Page number 239, and today is our lesson number 339. We are going to do the problem that we see there, 2.8.6. 2.8.6 at the bottom half of the page, which deals with circles. Now, before we actually do that particular problem dealing with a circle, I want to take care of something that happened yesterday. Sort of bothered me a little bit, so I want to take care of it, get it out of my system. Yesterday we dealt with parabola, and at the very end of the whole problem we drew the parabola that we were dealing with, and this was the final result. As you can see, this is a masterpiece. I want to fix it a little bit because it bothers me. What I forgot, what I didn't realize, which I should have, is that once we figure out that this is the y-intercept, this is where it cuts the y-axis, which we found to be 1, 2, 3, 0 and negative 3, and this is the line of symmetry, which is x plus 1, and because it is called the line of symmetry, which means everything is symmetric. Whatever we see on the left hand side, on the right hand side is the mirror image. So if this is 0, 3, and if you were to go 2 units more down here, right here, that's the point. The graph should go through that point. And had I taken care of that part properly, the parabola would have come out a little bit nicer. It has to go through this point. Voila. Now it looks a little bit more decent. Like I said before, it was a pretty banged up job. We mucked it up big time. The expression is mucked it up with an M, not an F. Don't get excited. Anyway, let's do the circles, okay? That's it, we're done with that part. It's out of my system. I feel better. Now, here's what's going on with a circle. If you're interested in learning the concept of circle, the equation of circles, the derivation of the equations, where does it come about, if all of that things you're interested in, other words, if you want to have a sound foundation in it, then you need to watch day number 125, 126 and 127. 125, 126 and 127. Now on the other hand, if you're simply interested in memorizing the formula and that's all you care about, then that's your call, that's up to you, in which case the formula is right here. But I'm not going to go through the entire derivation that we spent a great deal of time doing before. Or we spent 3 days on it, 125, 126, 127. It's all there from the very beginning until the very end of all the entire derivation of the whole process of what it means to have an equation of a circle. Here's what it is. The equation of a circle is this: x minus a plus y minus b equals r squared, where a and b are the coordinates of the center of the circle, and r is the radius. Here we are given two equations. The first equation that is given to us is x squared plus y squared. X squared plus y squared, we are told, is 100. So where is the center of this particular circle located? Well, it's very simple. The very fact that there is nothing with the x, there is nothing here, that tells us that this is actually x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 10 squared. Therefore, the center of this circle is at the region 0, 0, and the radius, of course, is 10. That's the bigger circle. Then they give us one more circle, which goes something like this. The second circle that they give us is, I need the room, so I need to raise it, of course. The second circle that we have here is x minus 6 squared plus y plus 5 squared, we are told, equals 9, which has to be written unless you can see it immediately, which you obviously can. It's not that difficult here. This positive 5 means this is actually it is located at negative 5, because it has to be written in this form. It has to be x minus 6, because it's x minus a, so a here is 6. X minus 6 plus y minus negative 5. It has to be written in this form. It has to be y minus a quantity. It has to be y minus b. b here is negative 5. b here is negative 5. So y minus a negative 5, y minus a negative 5 will end up with a y plus 5 equals 3 squared, which is your 9. And therefore the center of this particular circle is positive 6. This is it, positive 6. This is the part that you need to understand. It's up to you. If you just want to memorize the damn thing, it's up to you. Why is it x minus a and y minus b? I don't like to memorize this thing. If you want to understand it, that's where it is. So center is 6 and negative 5, and the radius of the circle is 3. Let's draw the smaller circle first, shall we? It'll be easier to draw the small circle first and then draw the large circle around it instead of doing the other way around. If you draw the large circle first, then trying to fit the smaller circle inside it precisely is more difficult. Let's draw the large circle. Remember, the center is 6 and negative 5 and the radius is 3. We don't have to remember, it's right there. Just draw it. Center is 6 and negative 5 and the radius is 3. So there is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where the center is. And the radius is 3. Radius is 3. That tells us that if it stops at 6 and the radius is 3, that means it's going to end up at 9. It has to go through this point. And since the radius is 3 and this goes up to 5, this goes up to negative 5, and since the radius is 3, we have to go 3 units up. 1, 2, 3. It has to, the circle will also go through this point. And similarly, if we go 3 units this way, from here, 1, 2, 3, the circle will also have to go through this point. And finally, 3 units down, 1, 2, 3, circle will also have to go through this point. There you go, there is your circle. So I'm going to draw it as best as we can. There is the small circle. Well, now we have to draw the large circle around it. Same exact thing, it has a radius of 10. So one point we can see right here, it has to go through this. Actually no, it's not going to go all the way up to there. It's going to go through this point. It's going to go through this point. Not through that point, obviously. So it's going to go something like this. 1. And then it's going to go 10 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing a horrible job here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, there is our circle. It did not come out very nice. Oh jeez. There you go. That's about as best it's going to come out, but that's our circle, that's it. The large circle has a radius of 10, the small circle has a radius of 3, the center of the small circle is at 6 and negative 5, right here, 6 and negative 5, right here, 6 and negative 5, and the radius is 3, the large one has a radius of 10. And that's it, that's all it is. The point here is that you have to know the basic fundamental things about these concepts. Any concept that you see here in the book, which means that's their way of saying that they expect you to know these things. In other words, if an equation of a circle is presented to you in the form that we wrote before, for example, let's do a couple of quick examples. For example, if someone tells you that there is the equation here, x plus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 144. They expect you to be able to tell what the center of the circle is. Center of this circle, because it is x plus 4, the center is -4 and a -3. And it's 144, therefore the radius, which represents the r squared, therefore the radius is square root of 144. The radius of this particular circle is 12. Let's do one more, just to see if you're actually with me. Let's do one more. Let's do it down here. X minus 7 squared plus y plus 6 squared equals 20. What's the center of this circle? Center of this circle is +7 and a -6. And what's the radius? This is the center. And what's the radius of this circle? The radius of this particular circle is tricky. It is the root of 20. And these are the sort of things you have to know, and you have to be able to tell right away within seconds, because this is how it's going to be presented in the exam. It's a multiple choice question, obviously, and they will give you the equation, and they will tell you which of the following is the center of the circle, and you have to be able to tell right away. You have to pay attention there. You have to know the center of this particular circle is not -7 and a +6. It is actually the other way around. It's +7 and -6, and the radius is the square root of 20, not 20. That's it. Enough said. I will see you tomorrow. Let's see what we have on the next page. Actually, tomorrow is a tricky one. Tomorrow, if you turn the page number 240, if you look at it, what it is tomorrow is we will be given an equation of a parabola and an equation of a line. An equation of a linear a linear equation, and an equation of a parabola. This is tomorrow's work. If you look at the page number 240, and the question is very straightforward. The questions are usually very straightforward. It is the answers that get prickly. The question is very straightforward. The question simply is, what are the points of intersection of these two graphs, the straight line and the parabola? And given the equations, we have to do some work there and figure out the point of intersections. That's what it is. We'll do this tomorrow, okay? Bye now.